Academia, episode season 2, episode 3, or episode 16 altogether. Really good episode. And I mean, I read the manga, and I was super sad about watching it anyway. And I have to say that I'm not gonna spoil anything, so no worries. But it really is like this, as I predicted, pretty much. But like, this is gonna be a great anime here because obviously it's a very good manga. It's my second favorite manga that I read every week, and so on, right? But I mean, this particular point here with the story is this school tournament, right, with superpowers. It's a really good like setting, and like just on this episode, I mean, we probably will see. I mean, I heard hard to see not being that next. Sorry, in the episode coming are just very good, very action packed, very good for an animation, right? So I'm looking for, because like this is good in manga as well, but this is very action team, not so much story here, right? So some people might say that it's the best part of僕のヒーローアカデミア. I'm not saying it's the best part either. Probably not, because obviously this episode there's no story, right? There's just action. Okay, there's some kind of animosity and rivalry between Todoroki, Bakugo, Deku, and so on, all the characters appearing. So there might be some story about that, obviously, whatever Todoroki shares in last week and so on. But there is no like, you know, overgoing like who's the main evil guy, who's saving the world, and that is this is like this is a tournament arc, right? It's tournament arc, as we have in like Dragon Ball, as we have in One Piece, as we have in Fairy Tail, whatever. Right? Shonen tournament arc. Like, it's very classic. However, though, as an animation, I think that's the best, right? Because in the manga, yeah, it's good actions. But if you read the anime, sorry, if you watch the anime, usually I think in almost in every anime, right, tournament arcs are usually better than animated than they are in the manga. Not those always, but usually they are. And this is so far really good, right? A very good episode. And I think it's gonna be, well, I think it's gonna be kind of much the same thing going on, right? I think this was a really good point, and I think they're gonna keep having this really high quality action, you know, tournament for the next, whatever many episode is. Let's say 10 or, I don't know how many episodes actually be tournament, or maybe like 10 or maybe a little more. But whatever, I think it's gonna pretty much have the same kind of quality. And I do think next episode is going to be even better. I mean, I read the manga, I think next part is even better, right? Because it's more strategy and so on. Oh yeah, it's even named, that's the name for it now. It's even named strategy. So yeah, but because this episode was more like Deku's using his, you know, wow, this plan of exploding and blah, yeah. And that's really cool, I love that, it's really cool, got some goosebumps, a really good scene. But next episode is going to be more like, okay, how do we beat this team, how do we do this? Because they're gonna team up, like I think there are 2 to 4 people per team, something, and they're gonna have like, okay, our quirks together can do this. How can we fight? Or, you know, some guys are gonna be like, okay, let's team up because our quirks are good. So it's gonna be like, let's team up because we have really high points together. So next episode is gonna be really good. But this episode, I think it's general feel to it. It just feels like a really good arc. The first episode got a little slow, but the episode 3 now is, I think, in the next 10 episodes going to be really good. But anyway, this episode then has some really nice parts, has some comedy of it. The Mineta part, I just love. I forget about that. I just love that part. First, I have one scene, it's like rape to like, but still, right? Yeah, to Yoshiro. And so then I see later on, she's like, oh, why did it have to be like this? And then she clap up to her ass and back and be like, okay, she gets sticky, right? So she couldn't get rid of him. And you see even the scoreboard. And he's 19, she's 18, he's like, yeah, I did it, guys. He's like, oh my god, I wanted him to win. I didn't want him to be that. Oh god, he's such a fucking bastard. Like, he forced himself into the next round, right? Yeah, next round. He's such a douchebag. So, yeah, you know, he's just, and that's nice. The whole Bakugo and Todoroki was not well. Also because Bakugo is like, Todoroki, I'm your actual rival, not Deku. And as soon as Deku passed that, they're like, okay, let's fight him instead. Let's be friends now and fight him instead. So that's great. That is really good. I think they really animated the whole mind thing really good there. I mean, it was kind of simply a manga, but it's even better here because you see him like digging around, and I think that actually made it even look better. And especially then we see, I can't remember now, but the sound good, has a kind of the microphone and headlights, you sound this one, and she's commenting it, but that wasn't in the manga. She was like, what is Deku doing? That looks weird and so on. That was great as well, because in the manga, that's kind of the canon filler, right? In the manga, they just one page with that, But here in the anime, they could use other characters and even some voice and say, okay, can you mention that? That is weird, what are you doing? You should see some line with that. That is great in the anime because it gives more emphasis on people actually saw him doing that, but no one understood what he was doing, right? So that's really good in the anime. It makes the better, it makes the anime a little better, right, in the manga there. Because they add on those small details there. So that's really good as well. And also, of course, I like the whole thing. The first you see him flying past them, and then we go back, like a little let's flashback at the last minute. Okay, what has happened? So that's not good to do it. Introduce the support girl in this episode, and she's one of my favorite characters. I think she's most manga's favorite character. That was just a really good character. She's a really fun character, and I think introducing her is a really good thing too, because we don't know so much. Oh, business, yeah, because she's a support hero, right? And that's something we have talked about before in the anime. So basically, what she does, and she mentioned this, that she wants to sell stuff, right? And her idea is that, okay, I'm gonna be in this tournament, and the better I do, and you also do the better, but yeah, the better I do with my tools, the better higher chance to have to be sold, or people buy them, like agencies and like the government, so they buy them from her or other inventors, right? So she's like, yeah, look at my cool horror boots, look at my cool like whatever, yeah, so on, right? So her goal is to get as far as possible to make money, and it's kind of fun into the Urukai is like, ah, that bitch, because obviously Urukai is about money, right? She had dreams to be rich, she's like, just taking my spotlight, and also kind of that because she's a money-focused person as well, right? So it's kind of fun how she is like, damn it, I don't like that bitch. Yeah, so that's nice as well. And obviously they're gonna have some beef later on, so yeah. But she is introduced this new kind of class, right? And there are a lot of more kids than her, but she is, I guess, how would I say it? That's what about. I mean, you can see this episode. She is the character that is gonna be kind of the, I'll say like the front face of support class characters. And then you have more of them. You have like 20 more of them, whatever. Right? But she's the front figure that we're gonna interact most in the anime and manga and so on. Right? And she's gonna tell us stuff and so on. So that's pretty interesting character, and and the whole kind of this arc here, the universe of the僕のヒーローアカデミアis building up now on the hero part. Okay, they aren't just like big, strong, muscular guys that All Might. They also have the support of the building stuff for them. They aren't even in battle at all. They use building stuff, but she has to be kind of better right now, because even though she doesn't fight, normally, she has to show that the stuff works right, because she's just a young inventor. She has to actually show that. So that's what she's kind of out there right now, trying to become famous. And then we have the business guys, of course, which is another thing. That, okay, so they're like, yeah, the stock of that guy's worth this much now, and so they're like betting money, and they're like, because the heroes are, they're selling commercials, right? Heroes are the big things, so they're selling commercials and other kind of, advertising and so on, right? So they're like, yeah, this means that Deku is more worth, like he could do some ad maybe. So those guys are doing that stuff, right? So they're also not a part of the hero world of this manga and anime. And I was like, oh my, that's like, yeah, those guys never change. I just love the part when the text is like, these guys are useless, they don't do anything in the tournament, and then we see the fourth guy coming like, oh, I have food, oh bento, what about your bento? Yeah, like just, they're like, selling food and stuff like that on the tournament, and he's trying to be like, I guess assume who's gonna win, and like do the probability and like bet money on who's winning and so on. Like, yep, business course guys, they don't even participate in this there and being like, yeah, you're watching it. It's good as well. Oh yeah. Don't forget, I love the Kirishima and the Steel guy. It's like the exact same line too when he survives the falling machine, right, from Todoroki, and it's like, yeah, I'm hard, your ass would have died from that, you bastard. And then see Mike is like, his body is both the strongest shield and spear. And so the Steel guy coming up, it's like, I would have died from that, you bastard. And I'm like, yeah, this guy is also spear and strong as a shield. And then Kirishima is like, God damn it, I have my hardening power, it's hard to stick out with that power, right? Because you want to stick out, you want to be seen. It's like, fuck you, I have a hard time sticking out, and you have the same power as me. Fuck off, man, fuck off. And of course we see them in the end, they also next to their like, like point 50 to 60 to that, they are neck and neck, and they're kind of the same value as well, right? So there's like, a great rivalry that starts off the it's like them, same power as me, you speak the same personality, and like the same point pretty much. It's like, fuck off, leave me alone. And it's like, yeah, so that's great as well, building that up. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, like it's generally really good episode. It's really good action. Nice to see uses powers right, like we see Yoshi-chan, she makes her like cannon, shoot out things, Uro catches in gravity, Sue obviously was good at climbing, she's a frog, she can jump in and so on. Todoroki using the ice thing to glide, that was really nice. He's like going these weird things, it's like, like super slow, I was like, that is really lame. And the whole mind thing is the interesting part too, because as Todoroki says, like, if you're in the head now, it's like a rubber band, right? If you're in heads, it's harder for you because all the minds are left. But if you're the last guy, the mines are actually, being blown up maybe, so you have less time to walk, you can just run past it. Because it's interesting, because when he says like, okay, I have to beat Deku, so I'm gonna use my freeze power now to like, get ahead and get faster out to Deku, but it's help everyone behind me. So he actually could, I said it on my eyes, I was like, why doesn't he freeze stuff? But yeah, okay, then actually he would make a road for everyone, I suppose. He wanted to not freeze, I suppose. But it's kind of like, does that really work? That's gonna like freeze and then unfreeze afterwards or something, I don't know. It's like a very, very short freeze time or something. But yeah, and then obviously just Bakugo is a great, strong character. I mean, a great personality, but maybe he's a great fighter, right? Bakugo, I think, is always like this kind of this huge rival to Deku, because you see him being like, oh, I can fly past this thing, I can fly past this thing, I can just beat Todoroki. He's a good guy, he's very, very like talented, right? A lot of this music, yeah, but Bakugo is very, very talented. Obviously, a big adversary because he's good at everything. And then, yeah, then I've been a sensei. That was the super perverted sensei. But the thing is that you make Miyazaki even more perverted in the anime than in the manga. I mean, she's obviously she's a perverted character in the manga. Her powers also kind of like a pheromone, whatever. Like you get aroused by her or something. It's a ridiculous etchy power as well. But it's like, yeah, but in the anime, because the voice acting is like, because the voice acting talks like some, like pick any, like, let's say some classic discipline or, I don't know, Bible Black, some kind of classic, like, high and mighty female character into kind of like hentai, right? It's like the power of, I don't know, some, rapey people or whatever, or, some kind of sex slaves or whatever. And the high and mighty, the landlady, like the lord of that she speaks exactly like that character. Like, she's like, oh yes, and I will do this now. You that it's kind of super rich. Oh, that kind of rich lady, right? But with the perverted point on it. She's like, yes, and they're like, fuck off, Skid, shut up. I'm sensei. Don't speak when I speak. So that's kind of yeah, BDSM character all the way, right? So yeah. She's much even dirtier now than in the anime, because the voice actor doing a really good job, or actually maybe just hired some random hentai. Well, hired. I mean, most voice actors, most men of them do hentai, and it's normal, right? A man of them do hentai first, and before they get up or so on, right? So they just took someone's like, okay, you do hentai normally, okay, get over here and do this character. You speak exactly like you do in the hentai. You don't check anything. Do the hentai thing. do the hentai voice. It's 100%. If it makes sense. Yeah, like if it makes sense in this shonen, there's no problem. That's probably what it's right. No, but that's really good. And but yeah, like if you're an anime reader, definitely comment and guess the teams. I think the preview kind of showed the team Deku's gonna be in. Probably, I think like it's foreshadowed at least on the preview. And if you read the manga, I had to say that one year ago I read the manga though. So, but it was as soon as I saw the preview, yeah, that's the team, because the foreshadowing plus my back brain knowledge of that, I was like, yeah, okay, that's true, that's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, really good episode next week, I think. This was a really good episode. It's a little hard sometimes to rate them because you are doing from not the blind reaction. But I felt they really made well, so I like 9 out of 10. So yeah, like not a perfect episode, but like yeah, it's really good. So yeah, see you guys next week. Have a great day.